Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right to the air. Here's Murray.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Play fake. Murray. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Murray now on 1st down. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing again, Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. First carry for James Conner.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Murray now to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Murray. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. This will be swung out here for counter. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll run for it with counter. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Connor. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's able to find Melton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Panthers in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now Murray off play action. Got it. And oh, he coughed it up. Touchdown, Carolina. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 7, Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray steps away. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
To about the 26 here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Murray. This pass complete to Melton. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Throwing now is Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Well, whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. After the turnover, here's Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw again on second down. Murray finding his target. It's Trey McBride. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Arizona.
First down, Murray. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And this is Ertz. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up. Oh, he put it on the carpet. A fumble. goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray again, this is Connor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible. And
this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Ertz has it left side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. They run behind center with Connor. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. And it'll be intercepted. Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Murray's got to have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Murray now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Connor. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On the counter, Mitchell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Down under 2 minutes to go. in this football game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool him.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kyler Murray scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cardinals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Touchdown, Carolina! Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Woods with a pick, and the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 46 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.